Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Finding Your Flow. No, it's not Finding Your Flow. Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue. I messed up the title. How are you guys doing? Today is Wednesday, September 11th, and step 19 days, a Taurus day. I'm excited to unfold the energy of the day today with everyone watching. How are you guys feeling today? I feel determined. I feel uplifted. I feel more, like I feel relieved. And so, yeah, that's the energy for me. How you guys feeling today? It's cloudy, but I'm working on not to let that weather affect me. But we all have a choice. We all have a choice. Suffering is a choice, and the mood changes, right? All emotions are powerful and valid, but it's all about not and when to engage, when not to engage, and we're touching with all our feelings and emotions and body. And we all know that all the emotion, let them fall through, and make harmony with this. Tired but inspired. That's awesome. Yeah, I feel a little tightness here and there, but I know that it's like I can work through it to release it. So I'm very excited to unfold. Yes, Gary's live was long. I was watching. It was nice. It was really good. But I had to lower the volume down. So I was listening, half not listening, and then like stretching my fascia. Yes, how are you guys doing today? So let's unfold the energy of the day and just learn some lessons. Learn some lessons of the day. So today is step 19, Virgo, manifesting a new reality. Yes. And today, manifestation is a ruling state of awareness, the parts of you that maps and outlines the future, loves, trusts, and wait for it to become a reality. Since you're remodeling reality in a big way today, the experience may be uncomfortable. To overcome any tension, pay attention to your inner faith that everything always works out. So this is something that I've been practicing. Whatever happening and everything, if something that is meant to stay in my life, or I decided that these are the things that I want to keep in my life, anything that comes at me, any situation, conflict or fight, it's gonna just strengthening my faith in the bones that I'm creating. So and from that perspective, I can really throw away the fear of like, oh, I don't want to like have conflict with this person, or oh, this person, not happy with what I did and all that stuff. That used to weigh on me, and that used to put me down so much. And it's like, oh, not again. But I set this strong intention because anything that happens, I started to really understand we can really flip that into empowerment. So at the end of it, doesn't matter. It seems maybe positive, it seems negative, things that coming up to us. We all have power to flip the narrative into a positive one. So in the end, anything that comes up in our life, we can work through it and set the powerful intention. That's where that Scorpio type of energy, protection, this is what I protect. I know that anything that comes in my life, I know how to turn into gold. So I like to call myself alchemist in a sense, and we are all are alchemists, and then we just forget that we're powerful beings. So let's set the intention, we're powerful alchemists. We know how to turn anything into gold the way it fits. So now, to overcome any tension, pay attention to your inner faith that everything always works out. Remind yourself more difficult times in your life where you prevailed. Be compassionate to yourself in the creation process. To Moon in Sagittarius, inspire a new story about your future and what you believe. Later, it crosses a galactic center, affirming it. So, let's continue on. I am going to read this. So, making it real. Today, you are manifesting a new reality which is the scope of your beliefs, decisions, and actions serving a vision you have for life. This new take on life and reality represents what you seek for life to become next. It's a result of the all processing and contemplating you have done for the last 19 days. Because today is a step 19, so that means we're into 19 days since the beginning of the Virgo season. And Virgo season is all about becoming, embodiment. So you may wake up feeling as though you're already in motion and need to be somewhere. Definitely feeling that energy. Feeling someone anxious and feeling high paced is normal on a step 19 day. So today is a Taurus 19, 1 plus 9, 10, net to Taurus 10. And before you manifest, you have this excitement and you have this nervousness. So if you're feeling a little anxious, like let it through it. You just notice that it's a Taurus day. It's a Taurus day. And feeling high paced is normal. Net 10, I manifest, is the ruling state of awareness today, which calls for you to love and trust your process thus far. Your life's changes may have started a couple days ago. Things always feel fine in the beginning, but once you have been at it for a while, you may need a reinforcement of your faith. Yeah, definitely feel that too. You know, when your life is challenged may have started a couple days ago. Things always feel fine in the beginning, but once you have been at it for a while, you just need some reinforcement for sure. Yeah, and sometimes people begin to question their motives, second guess the process, or doubt their ability to finish a goal. The questioning of one's ability to complete the process is a normal psychological condition experienced on net 10 days. Okay, so if you're feeling that way, you are not alone. Ironically, it's on the final step that human beings often question if they're doing the right thing. This is where you must love yourself and your intentions even more than you did before, and take steps to protect your intention from yourself or others. Or Instagram, because I'm being shadow banned. Endurance is another theme that comes up on step 19. The start of a process is always exciting, but once opposition or friction comes up, a person must find the strength to continue on with the goal and also face the uncertainty. The energetic reinforcement can come by turning back to your heart and reminding yourself why your heart wants the goal. The heart will find the energy you're looking for to push through the uncertainty. In each of your stories today, follow through with your commitment to manifest a new reality, love and trust yourself in the process. That's a powerful place to be. Love and trust yourself in that process. Love and trust yourself in the process. And today, you are manifesting a new level of spiritual connection, conscious awareness, or esoteric knowledge. Help me continue forward on your current spiritual path. Protect your spiritual intentions from outside influences now. Sometimes, there's so much energy, inspirations out there. It's us to decide whether that inspiration is going to serve us well or something that I don't need to engage anymore. But also remember that we're alchemists. I've been talking about it quite often. Give yourself credit for recent changes you have made to your long-term investments, revenue generators, and material creations. Trust and believe you're giving yourself the credit you deserve. Today's goal is continue forward, acting on the changes your heart loves. Protect your changes from doubt or worry. Another trick of the trade is to be grateful for everything you have already manifested in your life, right? So there's so many tools to calm yourself down, basically. Whatever you do, you can manifest, but we're just in our way of manifesting. So we use all kinds of tools to remove the blockages of doubting ourselves, like, am I doing the right thing? So it's like, okay, meditation works, maybe it helps, and breath work works, and And then it's like fascia maneuver works, right? So here and there, but at the end of it, if you were able to find our inner peace through whatever we do, using the tools, and maybe know that, or alchemists, you know, it's like, oh, okay, there's just so much negativity in our life, but it's like, remember how powerful we are. We have the ability to choose what to take in. With that, we have the ability to take in and transmute right away. So now, today's goal is continue forward, acting on the changes your heart loves, protects your changes from doubt or worry. And I already read that part. And counting your blessing will serve as an added boost of confidence to completion. So this is something that I'm working on because I have Capricorn side, which is like pushing for, and I don't know when to stop sometimes, and I pushing through it. Okay, let's do this. As soon as I finish this, and then this next thing comes up, and it's like, so my partner always says it's like you're on a hamster wheel. And then even though I like to think that I'm building my own business and career and legacy, but then it's like, if I put myself on my own hamster wheel, I'm working on myself and working for myself, which is great. But at the same time, I'm still on the hamster wheel. Does it make sense? Like we're stepping up and then, you know, raising our frequency. And as we raise our frequency, things that come up to our life is, it happens on a higher level, which is awesome. But how I saw it was, okay, before Fashion Universe, before Human Garage, I was here. Lived in fear. I get to do what I love to do, which is to dance and teach people how to move. And it's like, okay, but I feel very tight. Now, I do Fashion Universe. Okay, I feel then I go through some emotional release, physical release. And then now I'm here. It's a huge step, thinking about many aspects. But then at the same time, it's like I put myself in a cage again. So somehow I love structure, which is a good thing, right? But I'm learning that the structure that I create, that I put myself in and I live myself in, I want to make it so fluid. I want to live in the body that is so fluid and adaptive. And I want to living in life, my mind perception so fluid and adaptive that I just like, you know, I'm solid, but I'm fluid. Solid, that I'm fluid. That's what I like to embody. I started to go out into nature or go to dance class, and I started to move my body. I feel like the last year, like literally since the last September through this September, I'm going through a huge transformation, career change. Like I used to dance full time, teach full time, and then into more doing fashion maneuvers, and then now taking into leadership and mentorship, and then going through that. And I go so busy, and I wanted to prove myself somehow that I forgot to take care of myself. And also, you know, things are coming up. It's the energy to 2023, 2024. It makes my body extra tight. It came to a point where one day I realized, like, why am I so tight, especially the hip area? And then honestly, there's a time that I felt like I carried like a 70-year-old hip. Like, I'm not even kidding. And it's like, okay, I can still dance, but my hips are so different. And I shouldn't be this way, because I preach that human body knows how to heal itself. And I preach that a human body is, you know, aging just number, and a hydration, and then doing all the right thing. And I do take, you know, what helps with this hydration, and I do fashion levers. But emotions are strongest contributor out of all the elements that makes her fascia tight. And I understood I had to go through this journey to understand how I want to live my life. You know, like it's like you have to go to the opposite to understand which side you will want to be on, right? So I fully understood that if I go south, this will happen. Even though you think you're doing the right thing. So it opened my eyes. And then, but you know, like people told me about different things, and you know, but I have to go through that intensity to understand this. So now I'm coming back here, I'm learning, and I know how to reverse that. That's a very powerful place as a you know practitioner and you know mover, because I can guide people, I can help people. So I like to think, I'm keep telling myself, and it's all after me. So now I'm bringing more movement back, more flow back into my body and my life, and being kind to myself. Like, I don't need to work 24/7. I want to manifest a reality. I could just like do like fun thing, and it just keep everything flows. That's my goal. What's your goal, guys? Okay, lastly, it's preferred to shift your awareness to acknowledging that your goal is already here and that it will be revealed at any moment. This speeds up this process. Wow. I'll read again for everyone. Lastly, it's preferred to shift your awareness to acknowledging that your goal is already here and that it will be revealed at any moment. This speeds up the process. Abundant treasure is here. I love and trust my process now. So I love my trust myself in the process. And last year, I mean, you know, when I talk about last year, last September through this September, I had to go through a drastic change that triggers a lot of fear and anxiety that manifested in my body. And then in the middle, it's like, you know, going through the good days and bad days. And, you know, I think we're just like, that's why I think in Instagram, I expressed this feeling describing as I felt like I was in the washing machine, you know, being cleansed and being rinsed, and it was a really hard place, and like everything speed up, and then next thing I realized that I'm in a new place. Next thing I realized, like my career shifted. I still love moving, I still love teaching, and I still teach. I love teaching dance and moving, all of that. But at the same time, it's like I dance for myself. I teach for myself. A lot of shift happen. And then take everyone that wants to go on the ride with me are here. So it's pretty wild. Yeah. And then also learning that I am no longer responsible for people's emotions. Everyone's have their own reality to manifest, right? So let's trusting, love and trust the process, which is something that you know it takes years, not takes years, but takes a courage to love and trust the process. Do you guys agree? It takes courage and gut to trust and love the process that you are in, because there's so much uncertainty. It's gonna be so much uncertainty. And but if you understand how to flow in the process of becoming, I think we can just be, you know, lay back a little. It's like it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. And then taking on the inspire action. Yeah. And moving forward. And for me, if I sit back and relax, create a little bit of anxiety because I'm so used to this too. And I think as a society, we're so used to program, you know, so to go like that. But okay, even when I'm not doing, I'm still moving forward. That's a new intention. So it's all about shifting the mind every day. Mindset, is this good for me? Oh, actually it's good for me, right? So let's finish with picking the card. And it's a beautiful card from Brittany called Michael. And actually two cards pops up today, and those are connected, so I'm gonna read both. So the first card that I pick is Awakening Your Authentic Self and Be True to You. It's a beautiful card. Let's really tap into that. Awaken your authentic self and be true to you. Stop allowing others' opinion to define your worth and be true to you. When you stop giving a shit about what other people think, you're free. Take off your people-pleasing masks and allow your authentic self to shine. My favorite quote ever is by Joel O'Keefe, and she says, I have already settled it for myself, so flattery and criticism go down the same drain and I'm quite free. I'm going to read again. I have already settled it for myself, so flattery and criticism go down the same drain and I'm quite free. We use, criticism is something that I am so used to, and I do that to myself a lot. And as a result, I do that to myself. I do that to others a lot. But I'm learning that it's okay to have that trait. I'm not going to change who I am, but I am going to add more kindness to that. I'm going to add more compassion into that. And that's where I found my inner peace. It's okay to have that thought, but ask myself, is it kind to myself? Is it kind to others? My words are powerful. I'm going to pick the kind thought. How would you show up if you didn't care what other people think of you? How would you dress? Style your hair? What unique sparkle magic have you been hiding from the world because you're afraid of standing out? It's time to awaken your authentic self and be true to you by saying no when you mean no, wearing what feels fabulous for you, making choices from the heart, or even piercing your nose because you think it looks cool. Just go for it. This is a powerful place to be. I think as I'm slowly understanding this, what it's like to be authentic self. I am, I started to go to every Tuesday night. There's a voguing jam, and voguing is a dance style. Madonna's Vogue. Madonna did not create voguing, but Madonna popularized what already existed. And voguing is from LGBTQ culture, but at the time there was no words for LGBTQ, so it was just queer, queer culture, Black and Hispanic folks and trans folks. Basically, Harlem, New York, 1960s, and it's basically people were not accepted for who they are, and those people eventually created the tribe and the house and the family, alternative family. They started to compete and becomes what it is today. It's more cutthroat now. It's about acceptance and inclusivity at the same time. It's like really need to know the culture, and so that's to show some respect. And so there's a lot of rules in that and a structure in that. It's the funny thing is, acceptance is important, but still have that structure. So I think it's like where the world is going is, okay, acceptance, but also respect, right? Respect the roots. And I go there and I get inspired so much. It's like awakening my femininity and opening up my sacral chakra. I feel like my pattern, when I'm pushing forward, my Capricorn side comes up, like this masculine side. And I know how to detach myself from feeling a certain way. Like that's the Aquarius side of me, having moon in Aquarius. And I know how to connect and disconnect. I know how to touch, and I know how to detach. And from that perspective, I've taught like kids from all ages and level for such a long time. I feel like I disconnected this creation side. I mean, it's funny, like I still love creating, but it's like sacral chakra, like, like it's like we all have that sexual organs and, have the feelings and all that. Like I know how to shut down myself. It's like, because then when I teach kids, like I don't go there, but that becomes my pattern. And then one day I notice and I go into voguing class. It's like, why am I so stiff? Why am I so uncomfortable expressing that part of me? And then so I think it comes from that, long years of teaching at schools or studio. And I had to not to show, maybe it was okay to show that part of myself, but then it's just kind of like part of me. Maybe it's my programming from coming from Japan. And it's like, not allowing myself to express a part of me because I don't want parents to think that a certain way. But I am allowing myself to go in there a lot. And voguing, when I go to jam, everyone just, it doesn't matter how you identify yourself, she, he, they, whatever, and it's like, if you're trans, whatever, or if you were just a little bit feminine, as a boy, it doesn't really matter. That's not the point. It's like, when you get there, everyone just like open session practicing, moving their body, and it's like shaking their butt, whatever, and it's like, I want to just let myself loose in that. So I found that it's super powerful and it's super inspiring for me. It's kind of like, all that is for me. So yeah, I'm continue to tap into that every Tuesday. And now every day. It's like, how can I, embrace my femininity more, this creative side of me? It's like, how can I embrace my hair instead of just like, oh, it's my hair, right? Self-love is, in terms of body, it's not about, brushing out, like, taking care of yourself, but it's not about, okay, how I wish my skin is like this or that. It's more about embracing what you have already, and because you started to pay attention to those things, giving yourself so much love in that area of your body, so your body started to glow back. So that's what I like to embody. It's like, whatever I have, it's enough. But it can, but it's like, I'm gonna shine this, shine. I'm gonna like rub my body, clean it out, so that it's really started to shine through. So, you guys ready for the next card? It's this. Embrace your inner divine goddess. Let your hair down, open your heart wide, and embrace your inner divine goddess. There is a place within the center of your heart that you may have buried deep. She's gentle yet fierce. She's elegant yet fiery. She's loving but takes no shit. She's your inner divine goddess that can't be shaken. We all have two life force energies that are constantly seeking balance, masculine yang and feminine yin. Feminine energy is about being, not doing, flowing, not forcing, and receiving instead of always being the giver. I love that. I'm read again. Feminine energy is about being, not doing, flowing, not forcing, receiving instead of always being the giver. When you pull this card, it's time you tap back into your natural confidence, get your creative juices flowing, indulge all your senses, embrace your sexual side. Yes. And so, tapping into your sensation, your skin, we can find ourselves back to, balance it out our feminine. I feel sensation, feelings. Practice radical self-care by creating that sacred space to connect to your body's wisdom through pleasure and touch. Spend time in nature, appreciate the beauty in all things, and express your creativity in ways that make you come alive. I demonstrate my power by trusting my intuition, speaking my truth, expressing my unique self, and not giving a shit what other people think about me. So that connects to similar to the first card that I picked, right? So awakening your authentic self and be true to you, and embrace your divine goddess. And today's theme, today's Instagram live, I think it was about tapping into your femininity, feminine, soft. It's much like, like ready to receive, magnetic, come to me. It's like, I am enough. I embrace all parts of myself. I am enough. What I have is enough. But I'm going to let that shine through by taking care of myself more. Pay attention to what's going on inside and outside on my skin and embrace myself. It's like, I love myself, love my skin. And if you notice some unlikable parts of ourselves, our trade or our skin or area, let's just see it with more compassion and love and patience for yourself. I am learning, but I trust that in this life, I decided that I'm going to embody wholeheartedly, fully embody this fluidity and adaptability in my body, in my mind, so that I can I can be a water. I can be water. So with that being said, I think that's the life of the day. How are you guys feeling today? I feel good. I feel like, every day I learn something new, and every day I feel like literally freeing myself, freeing myself, liberating myself, because we like to put ourselves in a structure, and structure is important, the order is important. Out of order is basically chaos, right? In order or out of order, in order is actually a good place, right? I feel like keeping going. Yeah, I love that. So in order, but the order that we put ourselves in, structure that we put ourselves in, fluid, adaptive, solid, and a kind, patient, and loving, charming, all of that. So that it's like, and body is at the end, it's a manifestation, reflection of all of that happening inside, so that your body loves you back for having that thought. Your body loves you back for having that thought. Your hair, your skin, and I really want to, yeah, I'm tapping into that, tapping into that. I had to go through what I had to go through in the past. So I'm forgiving myself, and I forgive my past. But I know that I can transmute my past to a positive one, whatever that was. I had to go through it to get to where I am. And every day I'm liberating myself so that I can live a solid, fluid, adaptive life. This is an exciting time. There were quantum shifting, and we are what we think about. It depends on our frequency. We choose to live. We're shifting timelines in a second, but also there's a quantum shift that is happening, and this is time for us to really get on that, get on the bus. That's what Sensei Christopher says, right? Which bus are you gonna roll? Some people are not going to be on the bus, but people who are watching this, we're going to be on the bus. It's all up to us. But in order to do so, really need to get out of the matrix that we put ourselves in. It's like we create our own reality. We create our own reality. And every time we forget, remind ourselves how powerful we are, we can shift the paradigm shift, right? We create our own world, and we're finding the beautiful balance between masculinity and femininity. And because our society embraced that masculinity of pushing through pain, now I am the true masculinity is supported by our true femininity, which is to allow the things to come and take action, take inspire actions. So we are all learning that. Whew, yes. And let's not forget to move our fascia, fluid, adaptive fascia, and solid. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I am excited for life. Keep telling myself that. It's okay to go through it, lots of emotions. Anxiety is okay. Today's a Taurus day. You feel a little bit sensitive and excitement before everything manifests. So let's trust that, focus on the sensation, tapping into our feminine side, which is the creation side. Let things come to you, be magnetic. So thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Bye.